What's going on, everyone? It's Marcellus back with another video. We got to go over Baby Doge today. We're just going to talk about some technical analysis and pretty much talking about where Baby Doge is going to go over next. And we also got a new partnership. So let's get straight to it. Definitely hit that like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. But let's go straight over Baby Doge. Let's do it. So the first thing I want to talk about here with Baby Doge is the pump that we kind of just had. And I know people are probably going to say Baby Doge didn't pump. But look, we did go all the way down here to about 1257. And from that 1257 area here, you can see Baby Doge then climbed all the way up here to a whole peak of about 1323. Right now we're at 1309. So Baby Doge still has that potential to hit this resistance like I mentioned yesterday. So we broke that support like I also mentioned. And now you can see us hitting this 1250 support and now making our way right back up here to this 1350 resistance just like we predicted. So now, when Baby Doge hits 1350 resistance, do you think Baby Doge is going to pump or not? Let's talk about what it will do. So first thing is first. So look over here at the oscillator. You can see the buying that we're having right now. We are having some nice buying pressure. So that does indicate that we could break past this 1350 resistance. And you can also see over here, though, the 24-hour market control is in control by the bears by 60%. So we are 60% bearish here. Remember that. But we also have this supply and demand of less demand area here, which is pretty much our resistance. We have that area to pass, and then eventually we can get all the way up here to about 1524. So there is a possibility for Baby Doge to rise, but really we do need the Baby Doge swap to come out. You know, the actual version of the swap, the main net. We got the test net, but there are a lot of errors on the test net. We just need to get the main net out there. And then once we actually get the main net out there, I think Baby Doge has a huge possibility of just pumping huge after that. So we really need to get the main net. So anyways, here is the test net. I've been talking about this on all my videos, but as you can see, the test net does have some, errors here, but there's not many errors to be honest. When you look over here, it does show insane amounts for total liquidity, which we know we don't have all that liquidity there. We know all of this is like a lot of errors here. So we just got to wait for it all to really come into fruition. So just wait for all the errors to get dealt with, and eventually the Baby Doge test net will be the main net. So just wait for the main net to come out. And like I said, there are some errors, but you just gotta wait for that good stuff. But look, we got a lot of other stuff to talk about with Baby Doge other than the errors on the test net, because obviously we don't have $3,253.18 trillion in liquidity. We don't have that much. But anyways, let's talk about some more of the stuff going on with the Baby Doge technicals. So as you can see here, we are slowly but surely going all the way up to 1350. But what happens when you look at it from the 4-hour chart? So looking at the 4-hour chart, it does show we're inside of this red area of less demand, kind of indicating that we might actually drop back down here to this 1250 support again. And if we hit that 1250 support, the bears might just, take control more than 60% of the 24-hour market control and probably end up going down to 9Z9 if we do break that. So you definitely want to prepare for that. But look, Baby Doge still has that possibility to pump. Not much has really changed with the technicals other than this area here that we talked about how we hit that 1250 support. So right now we're just waiting for us to hit this area here all the way up at a 1350 resistance. And then that's when I'll be making another update video. So that'll probably end up happening tomorrow. We'll probably end up hitting it there. And if we do get rejected at this 1350, then just expect for it to go back down to 1250 if we do get rejected. And if we don't get rejected, then I'm expecting it to go out to this resistance that we talked about at 1550. So that's what we got to look out for immediately with Baby Doge. Now, when it comes to Bitcoin, you can see that Bitcoin is kind of trying to do a little bit of a reversal here. You can see over here on the oscillator, we are a little bit overbought here on the oscillator. So you're seeing an overbought area. So you're going to start seeing selling coming after that. And you also see it's still bearish by 60%, kind of like Baby Doge. But the red area that we were in, which is less demand for Bitcoin, we just now turned that red area green, which indicates that there is more demand for Bitcoin around this area. And ironically, you also see over here that there's high activity for institutional interest here. So institutional investors are really trying to come in up at Bitcoin around 21.3K. Now there's high activity, which means it could be high selling activity or high buying activity. Notice the second we hit this high activity area, you start seeing Bitcoin dropping down. So it's probably showing that there's high selling activity at this area, and then there's moderate to low activity once you hit this area. So this is probably where we're going to try to level out. And then from there, we could try to probably break past that resistance all the way up here of 21.4K with Bitcoin. Well, really 21.5K. But yeah, there's always the possibility. But look, there's a huge red area. I mean to say, this huge red area is pretty much showing less demand, and it's really showing that we have a lot of resistance from Bitcoin, all the way from 21.4K all the way up until about 22K. So there's a lot of resistance there for Bitcoin. Now, if we were to become bearish and we did break the support here that we got at 21.2K, then you would see Bitcoin coming right back down here to about 20.9K, or let's just sum it up to like 21K, which would be more so around here. So really 21.9K is really that target area that we're looking for here with Bitcoin. So that's what we're looking for now. And if we go over here to the 4-hour chart, you're going to see something a little bit different here for Bitcoin. We did just now bounce off of this little support area down here, and we're kind of just treading lightly on that support. Now, look, when you look at the 4-hour chart, this kind of shows everything you need to know about for Bitcoin. It shows we're overbought right here. So how could this little area here be overbought? That's what a lot of people are probably saying. Well, it can't be. So this is where it really gets tricky with Bitcoin. So you see that we're overbought right here, right? And you see that the overbought wave is now curving downwards. Well, what happens next? Selling. And if we're already overbought coming from this low area here of about 20.7K up to 21.3K, then I think we might have that possibility of breaking the $20,000 support for Bitcoin. So we actually might break that 21K support line here for Bitcoin. And if we break that 20K support, not 21K, but 20K, if we break that 20K support for Bitcoin, I mean, the next area is going to be around 18 to 17K. So that's definitely really bad. I don't want it to do that, but hey, anything could happen at this point, and it's kind of looking like we're on the bottom side of our support. Now, like I said, anything can happen. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but it's kind of looking like Bitcoin wants to break the support. So that's definitely what you want to watch out for. But look, I'll keep you all updated on that. But this is pretty much all we got for the technicals. Now, when you do look over here for Baby Doge, you know, you are seeing Baby Doge is down 3.3% for the day. Everything else is down today, but Baby Doge is down a little bit more than everything else. But we still do got some good news over here. So you can see we now have this new partnership with a Rough Haven, and it's pretty much saving dogs that are inside crisis. Like if the family is in crisis and they need to, you know, hand their dog to somebody, then they can give them to them, and then they'll take care of the dog until they get out of that crisis and get their money straight and all that good stuff. So then they don't have to put up the dog for adoption. They can stay with their families. They just got to go somewhere for a little bit so then they can build up their funds, I guess. But hey, this is actually a good thing for Baby Doge that we keep getting all of these partnerships. It's a good thing for the partnerships as well. So big shout out to Baby Doge for really doing this for everyone. But anyways, you know, there's a lot of people that are always going to talk down on Baby Doge. But let's talk about what this post says. This is a random post, by the way. It says, yes, 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 you are singing poetry. What did you do for Holder? All our capital is gone. You will fail. Blah, 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 blah. There's always going to be some haters inside the comments, but I don't see how they could hate on a post like this when this post is really just doing good for dogs and making sure they don't go homeless or get put to a pretty much a put down shelter, because that's what most shelters are. They're really putting dogs down after like a certain amount of time if they don't get adopted. So this is why Baby Doge is connecting with Rough Haven, so that type of stuff doesn't happen. And then you get people like this that only care about money, and yeah, it's just crazy. But anyway, shout out to Baby Doge Army. Shout out to the whole Baby Doge Army for making this possible. And shout out to the Baby Doge developers for actually going through and doing this type of stuff and actually donating and supporting these types of causes. So yeah, I just had to give that big shout out because, you know, a lot of people are negative on situations that really shouldn't have any negativity at all. But anyways, yesterday we had 1,607,886 holders. And now today we have 1,608,220 holders. So overnight, I guess we got about 400 or so holders, something like that. So it was a pretty good, successful day, I guess, yesterday for Baby Doge. We're just getting more and more holders every day. A lot of people will say that they're bots, but I do not believe that they're all bots. Just watch the video from yesterday, and you can see, obviously, that I don't believe that they're bots. Watch all these videos. None of these people are bots. We're really real people here. But anyways, this is all I got for you all today. So definitely hit that like button and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section. If you want to become a member of the channel, definitely go ahead and do that. I'll go over any crypto that the members want me to go over next. And also remember, if it's not your keys, it's not your crypto. You're definitely going to want to check out the Ledger Nano X or the S, link in the description. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this financial advice. As always, I'll be back with another video.